these are stories that I have either started this past week, finished this past week, or maybe possibly going to DNF this week, and some reasons why. So this is only going to be for the week of the 13th through the 19th. That's how I'll run these. I'll do it from Monday to Sunday, and then I'll record the videos Monday, post it, and then just continue on. That I'm going to talk about is caught by a cowboy breeding obsessed man. Like, solitude, it suited me just fine until I met her. Madison McKenzie ended up in Clearwater Creek by chance. She's beautiful, she's chaotic, she's everything I've never known I wanted, and now I had to convince her to stay. He did not do a whole lot of convincing. Like, I think she was equally as crazy as he was with this whole thing. So this story, it starts out, right? Okay, she's supposed to be getting married to this other dude. She turns out she's not getting married to that guy, but she runs away from her wedding, leaves him there standing like at the altar thing. Her family is like rich, his family's rich, so like everything just made sense, like in the grand scheme of things. It was like a meant to be situation. But she runs away, her car breaks down in the middle of nowhere. She walks into, I want to say she called it a dive bar or something, but it's just like a little lunch bar area thing. Okay, she walks in there. The bartender there is like, "Hey, what can I get you?" She's like, "Where the hell is everyone at? Why is everything closed?" He's like, "Well, it's a town meeting." Who the hell closes for a town meeting? Like, y'all have town meetings? That's so fucking weird. It's just giving big city attitude a little bit in her little white wedding dress with lace on it. And the guy like picks up on it immediately. He's like, "Hey, you want a drink? Like, how about you calm down a little bit?" And they get to talking, and she has to get her car fixed, obviously. So he offers, like, he knows a guy who needs like a maid around his ranch. So she's like, "Yeah, sure, fuck it, I'll take that job." Like, I mean, that wasn't necessarily what she said at first. At first, it was, "Does it look like I clean things for a living?" Like, come on, I am way too good for that. He's like, "You look fucking desperate." I way to humble her so fucking quick. I laughed so much because she'd give a serious attitude, and I was getting annoyed as shit. And when he chopped her down a little bit, I was like, "Okay, go off, dude. I love it." But a guy walks into the bar, okay, and he just starts talking to the bartender, and she's like, "Rude. We weren't having a conversation or anything." And the guy's just like, "Okay." Anyways, so she puts herself into the conversation, asking the bartender, like, "Hey, who's the guy that I'm gonna be working with?" And the bartender's like, "It's actually him." And she's just like, "You gotta be fucking kidding me, man." This is not going my way today. So she goes back with him, alright, because she doesn't have a car. So he gives her a ride back to the ranch. And it proceeds from there. She gets some of his clothes, and the two of them end up in a situation, alright, on the first night. And they get to talking, and she's talking about how her fiance didn't want to have any kids, and that's not the life that she want to live. Damn it, she wants kids. And he's just looking at her and like, "I'll put a baby in you. I mean, who am I to deny a pretty woman? I will breed the fuck out of you, woman." Like that is literally the kind of energy that continued throughout the entire book. He's obsessed with getting her pregnant, and she's just like, "I'm okay with that. I love it. Is this crazy?" It, like, you know, the Frozen song, like, "We finish each other's sandwiches." They're like, they mash each other's crazy, 100%. Because there was never really any doubt that he wanted to knock her up, and there was never doubt that she was like, "Is this something that I should do? No, maybe, yes, absolutely." we should fuck. Like that was it. That was it. There was a lot of that. A lot of trying to get her pregnant. And the things that he said to her. I'm so upset that in my 2 pregnancies, not one time did a man say those things to me. I fucked up. I fucked up so bad. A damn shame. So that, yeah, it was great. It was great. Like, outside of that, obviously, there was like an actual serious thing going on. Like, the town is, I feel like every small town thing that I read, like, the town's so fucking corrupt. It could also just be the kind of small town stories that I'm reading that they're like corrupt as shit. But like there was some fuckery going on behind the scenes and a lot of things. Also, it was kind of sad. Like, not like sad, but like he found some things out about his life, and I was like, oh, sir, it's okay. It's okay. You're gonna have some kids soon, and everything will be okay. And yeah, she also got, yeah, some things, fuckery, man, fuckery. That's all that I can say. There's a lot of shit that was just a little bit chaotic. Okay, so going back to the Goodreads thing, what you can expect out of this. Happy ever after, obviously, because it's a romance. Everyone deserves to be happy here. An alpha obsessed with breeding. He was. Pregnancy. She got pregnant like super fucking quick in this story. He follows her first and hard. That he did so much. Grumpy Sunshine. I'm not exactly sure who they're trying to say, but she was pretty happy. I mean, other than her being like, I have lace on. I've never cleaned a toilet in my life. I've never cooked food in my life. Everyone does things for me. Like, other than that, she was pretty chill. I'm glad that she, like, straightened out. Hi, kitty kitty. Overprotective hero. I guess you could say that. Like, yeah, he was there a lot. Like, making sure that she wasn't getting into too much trouble. And she did end up getting into some shit. But, yeah, I don't feel like he was overprotective. I mean, he didn't want to break her when she was pregnant. Some plot twist. There was definitely some twisties. Dirty talking hero to absolutely he was. So nasty. Praise. Yeah, there was, he was just so proud of her for, let me see if I can pull up some fucking quotes. I got this. This is not that big of a deal. I fucking got this. I can say it. But that's it, darling. You take this. You know what the fuck I'm saying? You take this that knocked you up and make yourself feel good from it. I'm so fucking proud of you. I'm done. I don't know. If y'all just, god damn it, man. This is a great fucking story, okay? If you like your Cowboys nasty as fuck, and a little bit of chaos in there, dude, fuck. This is great. This is fucking great. Read it, okay? I'm moving on. Moving the fuck on. So, Storm of the Night, right? You got a motorcycle thing, and there was not a lot, for those that like the spice, this was not a very spicy story thing. This was mostly about her getting away from her extremely abusive husband, and the process of that. Like, not a lot of aftercare therapy kind of thing, just what is leading up to her being able to leave. I think for the amount of pages that it was, and the idea that this could turn into something more, like if the author continues on, this was pretty solid. Like, it was a little sad just to see what all was going on and the process of getting her out. I don't know. I liked it, but if you don't, If you don't fuck with the abuse things, you should probably skip this one. So I got 2 J Diamond stories like in the books this week. Her stories are very short. Both of these were like under 50 pages, and it says that they are DDLG, okay? And I could sort of see it because the guys are definitely like dominating. I will take care of you and everything, and they like to be called daddy, but it's not heavy. Like I've read some age play scenarios where like it is heavy into that, and they're not like that. So if you want daddy vibes without the age play part of it, this is probably right. Like this would probably sit well with you. The first story that I did was rescued by a daddy. She was in the middle of these woods getting ready to just hand it over to this guy that she knows, and she has a stutter. The guy is sitting there making fun of her stutter, and she gets mad about it. So she's like, go. I don't need this. I do not need your fucking attitude, bud. And he leaves her there in the middle of the woods, and she just has her cell phone in her bag, but her phone doesn't work because she's in the middle of the woods. So she's like walking around trying to find someone to help her, and she ends up tripping. But at the same time that she's tripping, okay, there's this big ass man, and he got into an accident. So he's got a couple scars. He feels like he's super just the most ugliest person in the entire world, but he obviously has never interacted with too many women. I don't know. I'm just talk shit, just speculations. But he sees her and he shouts like, "Damn, Angel, you want to sit on this?" Yeah, and she falls. She gets hurt. But she's thanking him because he tried to look out for her. She did not hear a damn thing that man said to her. And she's just like, thank you so much for trying to protect me. So he scoops her up, takes her back to his cabin so that he could get her doctored up and everything. Then it's 50 pages. It's a 50-page story of smutty goodness and things. So you know exactly what they did back in that cabin. She's like, I was gonna give it to somebody else, but I think I'm gonna give it to you. And yeah, that they did a lot, okay? It was an instant love because after that they did a lot of it again. It turns out that she actually knows someone in his family, specifically his niece, because they went to school together. So it's that kind of age gap. Yeah. You do what you want to with that information, okay? The other J Diamond story that I read this week, Ginger's daddy's roommate. And it is exactly what it sounds like. Okay, not exactly what it sounds like, okay? So there's this guy that just got out of the big house and he needed a job. And you can't get a lot of jobs when you're fresh out of the house. So he gets a job working with this one guy who just happens to have a really pretty daughter. She's a little bit of a spoiled brat, and he's okay with that because he loves to do spankings. Every girl should be spanked once in her life, you know, and to do that he does. This was funny because there was one scene in particular. Okay, I'm not gonna tell you like the nasty parts, but like one scene in particular, right? She doesn't exactly hang out with great people. She's a little bit of a partier and stuff, and her friends are getting her into trouble, and he doesn't like the way that she dresses. It's a little scandalous. So he takes some of her clothes and like mixes them up with his own things, so that when he goes into work with her dad, he pulls it out, and because he goes to work out first, so like he's all hot and sweaty and stuff, and he's coming back and he's getting changed and things like that. So he's pulling his stuff out of his bag, and he just pulls out this skimpy little dress. Oh my gosh, look at this scandalous little number. And her dad's like, is that what my daughter's wearing? How dare her? I had to talk to her and throw that shit away. Don't mind if I do. Wow, I'm so sorry, sir. And you know what the fuck he was doing. That's so funny because I find that hilarious. I don't even care. I find that fucking hilarious that this man is just slowly sneaking into her stuff and taking a bunch of her things. Oh, but the only reason why they even got set up like this, right? Because she got a little too gone one night when she was out with her friends, and he ends up taking care of her for the night. And at one point, all right, he was being a little too much of a dad. And I was just thinking, damn it, this is not what I wanted. Like, I don't need his lectures. I need his extra appendage. That would be much nicer than getting my ass handed to me and hearing a lot of complaints. This is not a fun night anymore. I hate it here. That she was a brat. But whatever. It's funny. 50 pages, I think. A little over 50 pages. This says 67, like on Goodreads. It was a good time. It was a fun time. If you just want a fun time, that's exactly what you should be reading. I started Neighboring Midlife Wolf, a steamy paranormal shifter short story romance by Brianna Mason. Not even gonna lie, I DNF'd it at 60 or 70%. It started off so promising. When I read short stories in particular, I'm not expecting I'm not expecting anything crazy. I'm just like, I'm in a vibe, man. I want a vibe, and that's exactly what I'm going for. I got annoyed as hell, alright, because it starts, she is moving into this town with her daughters, and she gets to the town, and this guy just shows up and stuff, and he's a shifter, and he takes it upon himself to, like, look after her and her family, like, at a distance, because he's not creepy like that, just, at a distance outside of her house. There's, like, probably 10 feet in between the inside of her house and the outside of her house, so, yeah, that's distance. But there's rogues that are, like, around this place, and they're picking up that he's got some feelings for her, so they're fucking with her, and, like, it was weird, but I didn't care about that. That's not the reason why I DNF'd it. I DNF'd it because in one chapter, alright, he's telling her, I'm a shifter, and there are rogues, and, like, he's giving her the whole fucking spiel, and she's like, oh, okay. Then they smash, and then a couple chapters later, he's giving her the same damn spiel, and she's acting like she's shocked, and this is, like, the first time reading it, or first time hearing about it, and I'm just like, no, I'm not doing that. No, absolutely not. You're not gonna pretend like this was just, like, some shocking revelation. Nobody's thing is that good that you forget what the hell he just told you. It hasn't even been, I don't even think it was, like, a day when he was telling her again. I'm sorry. No man's thing is that magical that you just forget everything that he just told you. Being a fucking shifter, like, that's a big deal. That's a big deal. That's not something you forget. So I DNF'd it. Whatever. I was just annoyed. We're not having that conversation twice. Another story that I finished this week. Offer to the Orc Lord, a taboo BDSM monster erotica short story by Delilah Bentley. This was 40 pages, and it is exactly what it says it is. There's this elf girl, alright? She's living in the human world, or, like, the human village thing. And the village has to give things to the orcs. And in all of this other crap that they're giving these orcs, they also include a person. It's like Hunger Games kind of thing. Like, they just throw a random person in there, and the mayor of the town was like, it's you this time. So she's getting offered up, and I didn't like the way that happened, but whatever, it's fine, we'll just blow right by that. So she's there, like, tied up to this pole, and big old orc man coming in, and he knows what's up. He knows what the hell just happened. I don't know how. Like, how did he know? It doesn't matter. So he just knew that something wasn't right. And he offered her fucking vengeance, and she's like, no, that's okay. Just take me with you. And she's like, yeah, I'm gonna put a baby in that belly. It's about to be bred hard. And she's just like, sounds good. So yeah, that every time, not every time, no, every time. He's an orc dude, okay, and he's got his own like clan, and then like there's other clans out there, obviously, and they're holding meetings, and he's having to maintain his orcish duties as like orc's top dog, and every damn time they're doing like the political things, she's there. One part of her body is taking him every time, or like she's just sitting on his lap and he's just groping and fondling, and that's exactly what expect that it does end on a cliffhanger a little bit. So I don't know if I'm probably gonna read the next one because I want to know what the fuck is going on. You just can't leave it like that. Just know that it doesn't on a cliffhanger. And if you want pet and piercings and stuffing of all of the places, this 40 pages, guys. Another story that I read this week, Bred to Be Owned by J. Wine. This was, you've got the Greeks and you have the Russians. So this girl, she starts off, she's like 14, and she might be 15. It doesn't matter. She's young. Her sister is getting married. Like, her sister, first off, her sister likes this one dude, like a bodyguard thing, and they all know it, but her sister is also supposed to be getting arranged to be married to this other dude, right? And this other dude he's all around just a bad dude. Nothing good is gonna come from this marriage. So the girl starts off trying to do anything that she can to like learn all the things. She's really fucking smart. Honestly, all the girls are really smart, but she's really smart, so she's learning everything that there is to know so that she could try to save her sister. But it doesn't work out for her. Hi, kitty. Hi. No, let's. So it doesn't work out for her. Her sister is now married. So she leaves the wedding because she just needs some air. And she steps outside on the balcony, and there's this guy that comes up to her, and she's like 16, 17 at this time. And I think she was 17. But dude steps up to her, and he's like, hey, what's wrong? And she like does a whole spiel about how her sister, this isn't right. And he's like, I'll give you anything that you want. So she strikes up a deal with him. Fuck it, yeah. And he's like, no, this is my deal. Here's my deal. I will take care of your sister's problem, and I will then wait the standard year, and I will marry your sister. And then when she cannot give me a baby in 5 years, then I will take you. And the girl's like, yeah, whatever. Save my sister. Do not care. I don't care if I gotta sign my soul away. Take care of my sister. So from that moment on, this dude's long game commitment is so on point, because I could never take that long to do that. That's, goodness gracious. Because listen, right, a year to take care, like, to wait to get the girl, the 5 years to wait to see if she's gonna give him a baby, and then waiting to get 6 years of commitment. That's insane. Like, good for him, but that's insane, right? So he does hold up his end of the bargain. He takes care of the problem, and he's just there in the girl's life, you know, involved in the sister's life, making plans, making arrangements, building his little Russian empire, so that when the time comes, all the cards will be in line. I'm telling you, he played the long game. played the long game. And it's crazy because this was 168 pages. According to Goodreads, this is 168 pages. I think the last, like, couple pages were, like, the author's other things. So, like, 150 pages is not a lot, but a lot was packed into this. There is no cheating. He doesn't do anything with anybody during the book. I was seriously just impressed with this man's long game, because that's insane. I was still fucked up over it. Another story that I read this week was The Lumberjack's Bride by Aria Cole. On Goodreads, it pops up as The Daredevil's Desire, but that's not right. I don't know why it's like that. But The Lumberjack's Bride, he puts an ad in a paper for a companion. Just strictly business kind of thing. And the day that this person responds, he ends up running into another girl. And that girl, she is really cute. He's attractive, obviously, so, like, there was chemistry there. She liked his dog. She was super friendly with the dog, so he's like, damn, she's almost perfect. And he can't stop thinking about her in, like, the little meet cute moment that they had. But she leaves to go do her own thing, and now he's going back to his house, still thinking about her, but knowing that tomorrow morning his arrangement is gonna show up at his house. Opens the door the next morning, and it's her. It's her. Fate is so damn funny, because she shows up. She was also thinking about him. Like, man, if circumstances were different, if things were different, this would have been perfect. And man, this was perfect. This couldn't have been any better. But he's trying to keep it, like, nonchalant, super chill. Everything's good. Like, I'm not, like, obsessed with you or anything like that. That'd be super weird. And she's also trying to be cool about everything, because, you know, I have a lot of things going on in my life, but that doesn't last very long. They fall into a situation super quick, and from then on, it's like, you know, I'm okay with not, you know, I'm okay with changing the terms of this. I think it was her that was like, maybe we shouldn't. And she's got a little bit of a past that is kind of poking its head around, and she feels like it's fucking up her life a little bit, so she gets even more guarded with the whole thing. He's not happy about it, because, damn it, fate, man, you're here, I like you like me, you like my dog, you gave my dog baked goods. How it doesn't get any better than this. We're gonna figure this out. I'll do anything to make you happy. I can't have you leaving. And yeah, it was cute. It was a cute story. There's other ones in this world. I don't know if I'll finish them, because it was cute, but I don't know if I'm, like, super invested in it like that. I don't know. We'll see. Another one that I got a little bit further in was Wicked Arrangement by Aria Ray and Serena Hart. This one is taking me a little bit, but it mostly because it's like 500 pages, and I'm not lazy, but I feel like it's so long, and I avoid reading. If I would have just sat down and just read the damn story like a normal person, I'd probably be done with it already. But I'm just making my way through it. 35%. Alright, this one, just give you some background, some context. Alright, she saved him from getting into an accident. Like, I think they did get into an accident, but he got out of the car, right, to talk to her about making sure she's alright. And as he's out talking to her, his car just, he's like, what? And then he's like, why are, and she set my ass up. Like, it's weird as fuck that you just happen to be here and get into an accident with me, And then my car, something sus. Something's mad sus. But he doesn't think too much about it. Like, he's definitely thinking about it. I'm not gonna say that. He's definitely thinking about it. But he's also, like, she's cute. Here's my card. If you ever need anything, because you did just save my life, you call me. You let me know. And she calls him so quick. I think it was, like, the next day. She ended up calling him because it's either her mom or her grandma. I feel like it doesn't matter. It's her mom or her grandma. They're sick, and she needs help with medical bills. So she calls him up. Hey, please, can I cash in this favor? And he's like, yeah, absolutely, no problem at all. And he does. Like, he moves mountains to make this shit happen for her. His only just small little tiny payment was, you are gonna hang out with me in my house for the next 2 weeks. And then 2 weeks turned into 3 weeks. And then I'm pretty sure 3 weeks about to turn into a lot longer, because some people's feeling some kind of ways. Oh my gosh, they're definitely feeling some kind of ways. Because I feel like every chapter, these two are getting into a position. And not that it's bad, but simmer. Spray bottle. Good God. Take a minute. Breathe. What else is going on in y'all's life right now? And it's probably not even that serious. No, it might be that serious. I feel like every chapter we're ending up in the bedroom or on a counter, just a puddle being left behind that is getting disinfected regularly. So you can't keep your hands off each other. Yeah. So that's that. I got a little bit further in that one. The other one that I started, and I don't know if I'm going to finish it or not, it's called Dead Sexy. It is a dark romantic comedy by Morticia Storm Onyx. And I'm on the fence about this one. It's not that it's bad. I'm forcing myself to go back to it. She is a morgue person. I don't know what's called. Coroner? Maybe? Is that what that is? Coroner? Either way, she's supposed to be like, slicing and dicing and injecting and then preparing for the things, whatever those people do. So she's doing that, and she notices that the dead man probably was really cute when he was alive. And there's like a cop guy there, and he's like, hey, what do you know about this? And she's like, actually, I'm pretty sure that this guy was murdered. So, there's that. And then that dude just gets up, and then he's trying to flirt with her and everything, and she's like, your ass was dead. Dead, dude. What? Are you flirting with me right now? Also ends up back at her house. I don't know. I don't know how I'm feeling about this. Because he was dead. He's dead. He also isn't there, but then is there sometimes? I don't know. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. You tell me. Y'all tell me. I'll do whatever y'all say. But yeah. That's where we're at. We did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 some odd pages, or not pages, 11 books maybe. Got a little bit further in some, laughed at some, cried. I didn't cry, not this week. It was a little sad in the Cowboys. God, man, it's fucking dirty. Anyways, yeah. So that's what I read this week. If you liked how I did that, let me know. I don't know how else to do this. Yeah, I don't know how else to do this, guys. If there's anything that you would like me to read, comment down below, and I will try to add it into the flow. Obviously, with how different all these stories were, there is no rhyme or reason to anything that I do, ever. So, I will try my hardest to get to the things that you recommend, but do not be upset with me if I don't get to it that week. Yeah. I will see you guys next Monday.